Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do a kind of like a little pre-spring look. To be honest, I was just playing around with shadows and I happened to come up with this and I thought it was really pretty. I know it's a little bit ahead of its time, but I like it so much and I wanted to share it with you. To be using Morphe shadows today and a couple Makeup Geek. But it's really pretty and it kind of reminds me of like foil. I don't know. But it's really nice. So I finally got some new stuff so I could do a voiceover, which is what this tutorial will be, because I'm so excited. Actually, I have something where I can use it now with good quality. So I hope you all enjoy, and if you want to see how to get this look, then continue watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye! Alright, so first I'm going to be going off with the shade Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek. I'm going to just be blending that right into that crease of my eye, staying away from the lid area. And then right after that, I'm just going to be going in with the shade number 11 from Morphe Shadows, or Morphe Brushes, and it's just one of the single shadows. It's like a really pretty like wine color, but as you can see when I blend it into that crease with the Peach Smoothie, kind of just turns into like a really pretty like peachy melon color almost. And that one is going to go right over that, adding a little bit into that corner, outer corner. And then next I'm just be using a flat brush to add the color number 47, which is a really pretty like foiled bright orange, and to be popping that right on to the center of the lid and just going over multiple times until you build up the color that you'd like. I go over about 2 to 3, I'd say. These are really pigmented, but it just kind of helps make it pop a little bit more. Next is shade number 08, which is a really pretty like bright yellow gold, more on the yellow side though, and just going right into that inner corner of your eye and blending a little bit up into the previous shade number 11 right in there. And going back again, like I said, just to build up that opacity into that orange color and making sure you blend all those together. And then next, I'm just going to be deepening that color into the outer V a little bit with that same color number 47. No, sorry, that one was number 11. Putting number 11 into the outer corner and just blending that so it's more of a seamless transition B2, but just adding a little bit more dimension into that outer corner. And then next, for the highlight color, I'm just going to be using White Lies from Makeup Geek and just going right above that top color and right underneath my brow bone. And then next, I'm just going to be using NYX Wonder pencil in my waterline. This stuff is amazing. You have to kind of build it up just a little bit, but I think it's the prettiest color right there versus just a straight white. It kind of just opens the eye up really well. And then just my normal foundation is just the Vita Lumiere Aqua from Chanel. I'm just going to be blending that with another, this one's actually my Sigma F80 brush. I haven't used it in a while, to be honest with you. It kind of shears out the foundation and it's a little bit sheer on its own, so I do sometimes like to just put it on with the beauty blender or my fingers because it gives a little bit more of a full coverage. I'm just going to be going ahead and blending that all over my face. And then I do go in after I have the layer of the foundation on and I pat it onto like the areas of my cheek where it needs a little bit more coverage. I find that patting generally tends to give you a little bit more coverage without being super cakey, and I do it with my fingers so that way I can blend it out to where it looks pretty natural. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and conceal my under eyes and just brighten them using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and mine is in the shade Brightening. And just go ahead and blend that all in with the Beauty Blender. I tend, for some reason, not to use mine wet for whatever reason, but I feel like it doesn't absorb quite as much as a product, and don't mind that it's kind of broken at the top. I made the mistake of trying to clean it with the spa glove from Sigma and it shredded it like a cheese grater. But just go ahead and pop that under the eyes and a little bit underneath the little cupid's bow area to brighten that up. I'm going to go ahead and set it with the Anastasia contour kit in the shade Banana. And then right after I get that set, I'm going to be going in with Sexy Mama from the Balm just to set the rest of my foundation everywhere besides my nose, because I find my nose is pretty dry, so if I set it, it'll get kind of flaky and I don't like that. So once you're done with that, you're just going to go ahead and start with the brows. So after that, the first brow product that I'm going to be using is just the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and I got the shade Soft Brown, which seems to be working a lot better for me than the dark brown, but still on camera it translates at the end. You're going to see it's going to look a little bit dark, but it works a lot better for me than the dark brown did because it blends a little bit better with my hair. And then next I'm just going to be going in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz in, I still have the shade dark brown for this one, but this one I mainly just use anywhere where it's a little bit sparse and I want to be able to blend it a little bit more than with the dip brow, mostly just on those like edges on the top and a little bit on the bottom in that inner corner, just to keep it still pretty natural. And then after I have that looking how I want, I just go in with my Benefit Gimmie Brow, and then I use the shade Medium Deep just to kind of add a little bit of structure to it. If you don't want to use like a clear brow gel, you can go ahead and use that one. It's really nice. And then after that, I'm just going to be going in and contouring. I'm using, the first shade is going to be Fawn from the Anastasia contour kit as well. I'm just going to be going in onto the temples all the way up around on both sides of my head, and then I'm just going to be going in to deepen that after I get both sides with the shade Java, which is a little bit more of like a rich chocolatey brown, I suppose. And just going to be going in with that one right into the outer corner of my cheekbones, just to give a little bit of added definition, blending that up as well, again just to kind of blend those two colors together. I find that these ones work really well together. These powders, they blend so nice together. So that first shade kind of just gives a little bit of like hollow depth because it's kind of more of a cool toned color, and then Java is a little bit more of a warm tone. I'm going to go ahead and blend that just a little bit so there's not as much of a harsh line. And then dance, obviously dance. And then we'll just be going in for my blush and using that middle shade from the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush collection that they have. This one is just like a really pretty, very, very light peach color. It doesn't give you much pigmentation, kind of just gives you like that natural glow color. And then after that, I'm just going to be going in and using my ambient lighting powder from Hourglass as well, and this one is just Luminous Light. This, like I said, I mentioned it in my 2014 favorites. This one is probably my favorite. It just gives you a really, really natural glow. And then definitely have been loving my Kat Von D tattoo liner. This one is in the shade Trooper. This one makes it so easy to line, to be honest. I used to only be a gel liner kind of girl, but now I don't know, I think I need a different kind of brush because I can't stand using gel now. After using this Kat Von D one, it's just so amazing. It's like the tip and the pigmentation, it just, I feel like it makes it a lot easier to definitely do that wing and have like a straight defined line. And then after you get that wing to your desired thickness or thin, I tend to do mine a little bit thinner. I'm just going back in with that shade number 11, that really pretty color that we did, right into the crease, and blending that pretty much like 3/4 of the way into your lower lash line, I suppose. And then once you get that to desired color opacity as well, I'm just going to be going in with that orange shade and popping that right onto the rest of the lower lash line, and then just kind of brighten that yellow that's in the inner corner. I'm going to be using that same like flat definer type brush and going right in again, just so that the little gold orange or that gold yellow pops really right in that inner eye area. I'm just going in with the pencil brush and blending those two colors together and out, so it gives it a very nice polished clean finish. And then once you have that all blended together, I'm just going to be going in and curling my lashes and then using some mascara. I've just been using the Aqua Black Magic mascara lately. This mascara is pretty good for lengthening your lashes. It definitely doesn't really do anything for volume. I've been trying it out the last week or so, and I've come down to where I pretty much just use it for my lower lashes now because it's really, really good at like separating. It's a really good bottom lash mascara, so if you're looking for one of those, I definitely recommend that Aqua Black Magic. And then once with this one, just be careful, because if you get it like how I do here on the bottom, it is technically a waterproof formula, I believe, and it's really hard to get off, so just be careful with that one. I definitely go in with 2 coats with this one, and then after that I'm just going to be going in with some lashes. Today I'm going to be using the Cocoa lashes in the style number 107. They're just like a really pretty like natural wispy type lash to put on today. And then once you pop those bad boys on, I'm just going to be going in and finishing up the look with some Gerard Cosmetics lipstick, and this one is in the shade Tequila Sunrise. It's a really pretty like coral. It's so spring. I'm so excited to use this for spring. And then once you get that on, I'm just gonna be finishing off with the Gerard Cosmetics lip gloss as well in the shade Coral Craze, focusing a little bit more in that inner area just to make it pop a little bit. And then once you are done with that, you are actually good to go, and this look is finished. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.